Aries, the card that steps forward to define your reality today is the Emperor, an archetype that resonates with the very core of your being. This is the sovereign, the builder, the master of a universe of their own making. The Emperor represents structure, authority, and the formidable power of a will that can manifest vision into tangible reality. For you, the Zodiac's pioneer and trailblazer, this energy is like coming home. It affirms your innate drive to lead, to create, and to establish order from chaos. The Emperor doesn't ask for permission. He builds his throne and establishes his domain through decisive action and unwavering self-belief. Today, this energy isn't just an external goal to be chased, but an internal state to be embodied. It's about recognizing that the most powerful empire you will ever rule is the one that exists within you, your mind, your body, your principles. The universe is inviting you to sit on that inner throne and survey your kingdom with clarity, purpose, and the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are in control of their own destiny. This is a day for architecture, both literal and metaphorical, where you are the master planner of your life. The celestial landscape is providing a complex and potent framework for this imperial energy. While the sun in expansive Sagittarius fuels your desire for a grand vision and a life built on truth and adventure, your ruling planet, the fiery Mars, is currently retrograde in the proud sign of Leo. This is the central paradox and lesson of your day. The Emperor wants to charge forward and build, but the warrior within, Mars, is asking for an internal review. This isn't a frustrating halt, it's a strategic pause. Think of a film director like Christopher Nolan, known for his grand, structured visions, stepping back into the editing room to meticulously review every frame. Your impulse to act is being turned inward, asking you to re-examine the foundations of your ambition. Is your drive for success coming from a place of authentic power or from a need for external validation, a hallmark of the Leo shadow? With Mercury and Venus both traveling through pragmatic Capricorn, your thoughts and values are grounded in reality and long-term security. This alignment supports the Emperor's call for structure, urging you to communicate your plans with precision and to invest your heart in relationships and projects that promise stability and longevity. Jupiter's journey through nurturing Cancer softens the Emperor's stoic facade, reminding you that true power is not just about control, but also about protection and providing emotional security for yourself and your loved ones. Your kingdom needs a heart, and Jupiter is ensuring you build one. Meanwhile, Saturn in Pisces encourages you to create boundaries that are both firm and compassionate. And Uranus in Gemini is a constant whisper, reminding your inner emperor that even the most stable empires must innovate and adapt to new information to thrive. In your professional and financial life, this is a day for consolidation, not for a hostile takeover. The Emperor's energy, filtered through the Mars retrograde, urges you to audit your resources, refine your strategies, and strengthen your foundations. Instead of launching a bold new initiative, focus on perfecting an existing one. Review your budget with the meticulous eye of a royal treasurer, sealing any leaks and reallocating resources to what truly matters for your long-term growth. This is an excellent day for detailed planning, for structuring a business proposal, or for having a serious conversation with a superior about your future role. Your authority won't come from being the loudest voice in the room, but from the undeniable quality and integrity of your work. The Capricorn influence blesses endeavors that require discipline and patience. You are building a legacy, not just chasing a quarterly target. Financially, resist impulsive spending. Instead, channel the Emperor's foresight into making a strategic investment in your skills or creating a solid savings plan. Your power lies in your foresight and your ability to play the long game. In the realm of love and relationships, the Emperor calls for clarity, commitment, and the establishment of healthy structures. If you are in a partnership, this is a day to take leadership in a constructive way. This might mean initiating a conversation about your shared future, creating a budget together, or simply establishing routines that bring more stability and security to your connection. The energy supports building a life together, brick by brick. However, the Mars retrograde in Leo is a caution against ego battles. A true leader knows when to listen and when to compromise. Your strength is shown not by winning an argument, but by creating a relationship where both partners feel secure and respected. For the single Aries, the message is profoundly empowering. Become the emperor of your own life first. Cultivate such a strong sense of self-worth, build such a beautiful and fulfilling life for yourself that any partner who enters must be worthy of sharing your throne. This isn't about building walls, it's about establishing standards. Focus on your own growth, your passions, and your stability. When you embody this sovereign energy, you attract not a subject to rule over, but an equal to rule beside. Your health and well-being today are intrinsically linked to the concept of structure and discipline. The Emperor governs the physical framework of the body, the skeleton. This is a perfect day to focus on activities that promote alignment and foundational strength, such as yoga, Pilates, or even a consultation with a chiropractor. The Mars retrograde also suggests that your energy is better spent on restorative, disciplined practices rather than pushing for a new personal record or engaging in high-impact, risky activities. Think of your body as a temple or a fortress. It requires regular maintenance and a solid routine. This extends to your mental health. The Emperor's order can be applied to your mind by decluttering your thoughts through journaling or meditation. Create a mental scaffolding of positive affirmations and disciplined thinking to combat chaos and anxiety. Your diet could also benefit from this structure, planning your meals or focusing on whole, foundational foods that build strength from the inside out. True wellness is the result of consistent, sovereign choices you make for yourself every single day. Ultimately, your power today is not found in outward conquest, but in the quiet, unshakable authority that comes from deep inner alignment. The Emperor, guided by a cosmos that favors reflection and strategy, teaches you that the most formidable structures are built upon a foundation of self-knowledge. Your ruling planet's retrograde is not a setback, but a sacred opportunity to ensure that the empire you are so driven to build is one that truly reflects your soul's purpose. It is a chance to align your actions with your deepest integrity, to become a leader guided by wisdom, not just by impulse. The universe is asking you to take command of your inner world, to define your non-negotiables, and to build a life that is a testament to your own sovereign will. You are the architect, the ruler, and the kingdom itself. Own it. If your life were a kingdom, and you its sole, benevolent ruler, what is the one foundational law you would enact today to ensure its long-term peace, prosperity, and joy? Reflect on this decree, write it down, and consider sharing the essence of your new law in the comments below to inspire other rulers on their journey. This path of structured creation is illuminated by a series of fortunate vibrations, resonating with the numbers 4, 11, 19, 28, 37, and 46. Your color for the day is deep garnet. This rich, profound red is not the fleeting fire of a momentary spark, but the enduring color of royalty, stability, and the lifeblood of a powerful legacy. It embodies your innate passion, tempered with the wisdom and authority of the Emperor, grounding your fiery energy in purpose and strength. Taurus. The universe places a scepter in your hand today, not as a weapon, but as a tool of creation. The guiding energy that shapes your world is that of the Emperor, a card of supreme authority, structure, and the power of sovereign will. This is not the energy of a tyrant, but that of the master architect, the benevolent ruler who understands that true security comes from well-defined boundaries and solid foundations. For you, a sign that instinctively seeks stability and tangible reality, the Emperor feels like coming home. He represents the part of your soul that craves order, that knows the profound peace found within a life built with intention. This card asks you to look at the domains of your life, your career, your relationships, your inner world, and see yourself as the one who sits on the throne. It's a call to step into your power, not with aggression, but with the quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who knows exactly what they are building and why. Today is for constructing the legacy you wish to inhabit, one deliberate, grounded decision at a time. This powerful call to personal leadership is amplified and colored by a dynamic celestial tapestry. The moon in fiery Aries resonates perfectly with the Emperor's cardinal action-oriented energy, fueling your emotions with a desire to pioneer and take charge. This isn't your typical patient, slow-moving Taurian emotional landscape. It's a surge of definitive feeling, urging you to act on what you know to be true. Meanwhile, the Sun and Mercury are traveling through expansive Sagittarius, asking you to ensure your empire is built on a grand vision, a personal philosophy that gives it meaning. An emperor without a belief system is just a builder of prisons. What is your why? This cosmic alignment encourages you to communicate your plans with conviction and a view toward the future, ensuring your structures have room to grow. Your ruling planet, Venus, is in pragmatic Capricorn, a powerful ally in this mission. This placement grounds your desires in reality, focusing your heart on what is lasting, reliable, and real. In love and finance, Venus in Capricorn blesses commitments and long-term strategies, reinforcing the Emperor's agenda of building something that endures. Mars, the planet of action, roars through confident Leo, lending a regal and creative flair to your endeavors. You are not just building, you are performing your leadership with heart and a touch of drama, inspiring others through your self-assured presence. This is the energy of a beloved monarch, not just a bureaucrat. A softer, more profound layer is added by Jupiter's journey through nurturing Cancer, reminding you that the purpose of a strong kingdom is to protect and care for its inhabitants, starting with yourself. True power is protective. Saturn in dreamy Pisces challenges you to give form to your most elusive ideals, creating tangible structures for your spiritual beliefs. Finally, with Pluto in Aquarius transforming the very definition of community and power, your personal act of building a stable, authentic life becomes a revolutionary act, a template for a new way of being. In your professional life, this is a day for decisive action and strategic planning. The Emperor's energy, backed by the Aries moon, asks you to stop waiting for permission and to take ownership of your domain. This could manifest as finally taking the lead on a project, clearly defining your role to avoid ambiguity, or structuring your workday for maximum efficiency and minimum stress. Think of yourself as the CEO of your career. What systems need to be implemented? What boundaries need to be established with colleagues or clients to protect your time and energy? This is an excellent time to review your finances with the same authoritative gaze. Venus in Capricorn supports creating a budget that feels less like restriction and more like a blueprint for your future security. It's not about what you can't have, it's about strategically directing your resources to build the life you truly want. Don't be afraid to make bold, calculated decisions. Your innate practicality is a superpower now, allowing you to see the long-term value in disciplined, consistent effort. Your legacy is built not in one grand gesture, but in the 1,000 small, sovereign choices you make each day. When it comes to matters of the heart, the Emperor's influence calls for clarity, commitment, and structure. If you are in a relationship, this is a time to discuss the foundations of your partnership. Are your shared goals clear? Are your roles and responsibilities balanced? This isn't about rigid rules, but about co-creating a safe and reliable container for your love to flourish. Venus in Capricorn encourages conversations about the future, commitment, and building a tangible life together. It's a day for defining the relationship in a way that makes both partners feel secure and respected. For the single Taurus, the message is profoundly empowering. Become the emperor of your own life first. Build a world you love living in, one that is stable, beautiful, and a true reflection of your values. When you embody this sovereign energy, you cease looking for someone to complete you, and instead attract a partner who is drawn to your strength and respects your kingdom. Your wholeness is the ultimate magnet. Seek a partner who wants to be an ally to your empire, not a subject or a savior. True love meets you on the throne you've built for yourself. Your physical and mental well-being today are direct reflections of the structures you create to support them. The Emperor thrives on discipline, so this is a potent time to implement a routine that serves your highest good. Given your earthy nature, connect this to your physical body. This could be as simple as committing to a consistent sleep schedule, preparing nourishing meals for the week, or starting a strength training regimen that makes you feel powerful and grounded in your own skin. The Jupiter in Cancer influence reminds you that this discipline should be nurturing. Your body is not a project to be conquered, but a territory to be lovingly governed. Ask yourself, what foundational habit, if implemented today, would create the greatest sense of stability and vitality in your life? Mentally, practice setting boundaries. Say no to what drains you to protect the energy you need to build what truly matters. Your peace of mind is the most valuable resource in your kingdom. Ultimately, the wisdom of the Emperor is a lesson in sacred responsibility. It's the realization that the security you deeply crave is not something to be found, but something to be forged. You are the architect, the lawmaker, and the guardian of your own existence. The stars align to support your most ambitious blueprints, asking you to lead with a vision rooted in philosophy, a heart grounded in commitment, and actions infused with regal confidence. You have the patience, the practicality, and the strength to build something that lasts. Today, you are being reminded that you hold the power not just to maintain the status quo, but to establish a new order in your life, one that is profoundly aligned with your deepest values and your highest potential. Embrace your authority. So, as you stand as the sovereign ruler of your world today, I invite you to identify the single most important law you need to enact for your personal kingdom. What one principle, if you lived by it starting now, would bring the most structure, peace, and prosperity to your life? Share the new law of your land in the comments below. Let your path forward be illuminated by the numbers 4, 11, 23, 30, 41, and 58. As you make your deliberate choices, cloak yourself in the empowering hue of garnet red. This deep, rich color symbolizes the fusion of earthy stability and fiery leadership, a reminder of the vital life force that fuels your most enduring creations and the foundational strength upon which you build your empire. Gemini, the guiding energy for you today is the Moon, a card of profound intuition, dreams, and the mysteries that lie just beneath the surface of conscious awareness. This is not a card of bright, direct sunlight, but of the evocative, silvery glow that illuminates a different kind of truth. For a sign like you, ruled by the quicksilver logic of Mercury, the Moon is an invitation to step away from the world of facts, figures, and witty retorts, and into a realm where feeling is a form of thinking, and intuition is your most reliable guide. The Moon's landscape is often depicted with two towers, representing the gates between the conscious and subconscious, and two canines, one wild and one tame, symbolizing the primal and civilized aspects of your own mind. Today, you are being asked to walk the path between them, to integrate the parts of yourself you usually keep separate, and to trust the subtle signals your soul is sending you. This energy challenges your natural inclination to rationalize everything, and instead asks you to simply be with the unknown, finding wisdom not in answers, but in the beauty of the questions themselves. This deeply introspective theme is amplified and nuanced by the day's celestial choreography. The sun's journey through philosophical Sagittarius pushes you to find a higher meaning, a grand narrative for your life. However, this quest for clarity is complicated by the Moon, which is drifting through the ethereal, boundaryless waters of Pisces. This creates a fascinating tension between your desire for straightforward truth and the universe's insistence on delivering its messages through symbols, dreams, and gut feelings. Further complicating this is your ruling planet, Mercury, also in Sagittarius, making you eager to articulate your discoveries, yet it forms a tense square with Neptune, the modern ruler of Pisces and the planet of illusion. Psychologically, this aspect can feel like a mental fog or trying to explain a dream that evaporates the moment you try to put it into words. This isn't a cosmic flaw, it's a feature designed to force you out of your intellectual comfort zone. While Venus in pragmatic Capricorn grounds your desires in what is real and achievable, and Mars in expressive Leo encourages you to shine, the overarching message is to find your authentic expression not through performance, but through a deep internal listening. The presence of Uranus in your own sign acts as a wild card, promising sudden flashes of insight that can cut through the Neptunian haze like lightning, while Saturn's long-term transit through Pisces provides a stabilizing force, reminding you to build structures around your intuitive gifts, turning fleeting feelings into lasting wisdom. In your professional life, this cosmic climate advises a strategic pause on anything requiring razor-sharp analytical clarity or irreversible decisions. This is not the day to finalize a complex contract, launch a data-heavy project, or engage in a debate where you need to have every fact at your fingertips. The Mercury-Neptune square can obscure crucial details and lead to misunderstandings. Instead, your greatest asset today is your creativity and your ability to tap into the zeitgeist. This is a phenomenal day for brainstorming, strategic visioning, artistic pursuits, or any work that requires empathy and imagination. If you're a writer, let the poetry flow. If you're a strategist, map out the emotional journey of your customer. Your financial intuition may be high, but avoid acting on impulse. A feeling about an investment should be noted down and researched later when the fog has lifted. Your value today isn't in what you can prove with a spreadsheet, but in the visionary ideas you can sense on the wind. Think of it as gathering intel from a deeper, more creative source. When it comes to love and relationships, the moon's energy calls for emotional honesty and a willingness to explore the undercurrents of your connections. For those in a partnership, be aware that subconscious patterns and unspoken feelings are likely to surface. You or your partner might be reacting to old wounds rather than the present situation. The usual Gemini tactic of talking it out might not work if the words themselves are veiled. Instead, try shared experiences that don't require heavy conversation. Listen to music together, watch a compelling film, or take a quiet walk. The goal is to connect on a soul level, bypassing the mental static. For single Geminis, this is a time of potent romantic fantasy, but also potential illusion. You might feel a powerful, almost psychic connection to someone new, but it's essential to discern between true intuition and wishful thinking. The moon can cast a glamorous spell, making others seem like the perfect answer to your longings. Enjoy the magic, but allow time to reveal the reality behind the enchanting silhouette. The most productive use of this energy is to turn inward and understand your own hidden emotional needs. What are you truly looking for in a partner beneath the surface-level checklist? Your health and well-being are intrinsically linked to your mental and emotional state today. The Piscean and lunar influence highlights the importance of rest, hydration, and attending to your nervous system, which may feel more sensitive than usual. Since your mind is working overtime to process subconscious information, prioritize quality sleep. Your dreams could be particularly vivid and insightful, so consider keeping a journal by your bed to capture their messages upon waking. This isn't just about recording strange narratives, it's about honoring the data your psyche is processing while you sleep. Mentally, you may feel a bit scattered or dreamy, so grounding practices are essential. Activities like meditation, spending time near water, or even just walking barefoot on the grass can help you stay centered. From a psychological perspective, this is a prime opportunity to explore practices like active imagination or therapy to understand the symbols your own mind is generating. Your body is a barometer for your inner world. Listen to its subtle cues for rest, nourishment, and quiet contemplation. Ultimately, this day is a beautiful and necessary journey into the heart of mystery. It asks you, the master of words and logic, to become a student of silence and feeling. The moon does not obscure the path, it illuminates a different one, a trail that leads inward to the source of your deepest wisdom and creativity. Instead of fearing the shadows, see them as places of rich potential, where the seeds of your next chapter are quietly germinating. Your greatest strength today lies in your adaptability, your willingness to embrace your other twin, the one who feels deeply, dreams vividly, and knows things without knowing how they know. Trusting this part of yourself is not an abandonment of your intellect, but a profound expansion of it. So, as you move through your day, what is the one feeling you've been consistently pushing aside or trying to rationalize away? Take a moment to simply sit with it, without judgment, and ask what it's here to teach you. Share your reflections on this process of befriending your own inner mystery in the comments below. As you navigate this dreamscape, allow the energies of the day to coalesce around the numbers 7, 18, 22, 34, 41, and 56, which may serve as gentle synchronicities or markers on your path. Your color for today is silver, the shade of the moon itself. Wearing or meditating on this color connects you to the realms of intuition, emotional intelligence, and the reflective power of the subconscious. It's a color that doesn't shout, but rather illuminates, reminding you of the subtle, powerful light that shines even in the dark. Cancer, the cosmos invites you today to walk a path you know intimately, a landscape painted in shades of silver and shadow. Your guide for this journey is the moon, a card that is less an external force and more a mirror to your own soul. As a child of the moon, you are fluent in its language of tides, emotions, and the quiet whispers of the subconscious. This card represents the realm of intuition, dreams, and the mysteries that lie just beneath the surface of conscious awareness. It depicts a path winding between two towers, guarded by a wolf and a dog, representing the tension between your wild instincts and your tamed, civilized self. A crayfish, a symbol of nascent consciousness, emerges from a pool of water, illustrating the very process of bringing deep, primal feelings into the light. Today is not about seeking clear, definitive answers from the outside world. Instead, it is a profound invitation to listen to the subtle, powerful wisdom that resides within you, to honor the dreams that visit you in sleep, and to navigate the beautiful, sometimes bewildering, territory of your own heart. This is your home terrain, a place where you can find unparalleled strength and clarity, even in its apparent obscurity. This deeply internal, intuitive energy is amplified to an extraordinary degree by today's celestial alignments. The moon itself is swimming through the boundless, empathetic waters of Pisces, its cosmic companion. Here, it draws incredibly close to Neptune, the modern ruler of Pisces, and the planet of dreams, illusion, and spiritual connection. This is not just a gentle intuitive nudge, it is a full-scale psychic immersion, like stepping into a waking dream. Your sensitivity is heightened, your empathy knows no bounds, and the veil between this world and others feels gossamer sin. However, this potent Piscean energy is met with a contrasting force from the Sun and Mercury, both blazing through the expansive, truth-seeking sign of Sagittarius. This creates a fascinating dynamic. While your heart and soul are speaking in symbols, feelings, and metaphors, a part of your mind craves grand, logical explanations and philosophical truths. The key is not to force your intuitive knowing into a logical box. You do not need to prove what you feel. You only need to honor it. Meanwhile, Venus in practical, earthy Capricorn provides a much-needed anchor. It reminds you that for emotional security to be real, it must be built on a foundation of trust, commitment, and tangible effort. This is the part of you that craves a safe harbor for your vast sea of emotions. Adding a spark of creative fire to the mix, Mars and Jupiter are both in the proud, expressive sign of Leo. This suggests a powerful urge to transmute your deep feelings into some form of creative expression, to perform your truth rather than just feel it. The challenge is to channel this energy not into drama, but into art, passion, and authentic self-expression. In your professional life, this confluence of energies calls for a delicate balance between intuition and discernment. Your gut feelings about a project, a negotiation, or the underlying dynamics in your team are likely spot on. You can sense the unspoken currents in a room more clearly than anyone else. Trust these feelings as a valuable data stream, like an internal memo from your wisest advisor. However, with Neptune's influence so strong, there is also a risk of misinterpretation or seeing what you wish to see. The Sagittarian energy encourages you to pair your intuition with due diligence. Before making a significant decision based on a hunch, quietly gather the facts to support it. This is a day to listen more than you speak, to observe the subtleties, and to let your inner compass guide your strategy. Financially, the moon warns against ventures shrouded in ambiguity. Avoid speculative investments or loans with unclear terms. If something feels too good to be true, it probably is. Instead, use this energy to review your long-term financial dreams and ensure they are aligned with your deepest values, a task supported by the grounding presence of Venus in Capricorn. When it comes to matters of the heart, the landscape is rich, deep, and profoundly intimate. For those in a relationship, this is an opportunity to connect on a soul level, far beyond mere words. Shared silence, a meaningful look, or simply holding space for your partner's unspoken feelings can foster a level of intimacy that lengthy conversations sometimes cannot. Old wounds or insecurities may surface from the depths, not to cause trouble, but to be seen and healed with compassion. The key is to create a sanctuary of emotional safety where both of you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. This is the tangible structure that Venus in Capricorn encourages you to build. For the single Cancerian, this is a day where fantasy and reality can easily blur. You may find yourself projecting idealized qualities onto a potential partner or getting lost in a romantic daydream. While this is a beautiful part of your nature, it is vital to stay grounded. Your intuition will be a powerful guide in sensing a genuine connection, but let time reveal a person's true character. The Leo energy from Mars and Jupiter urges you to direct that immense love and creativity inward first. Fall in love with your own mystery, your own depth. The most magnetic person in the room is the one who is comfortable in the quiet magic of their own being. Your well-being today is intrinsically linked to the health of your inner world. The moon in Pisces is a call to tend to your emotional and spiritual needs with the same care you give your physical body. Water is your element and your medicine. A long bath with sea salts, spending time near a lake or the ocean, or simply ensuring you are well hydrated can be incredibly cleansing and restorative. Pay close attention to your dreams tonight. They may contain important symbols or messages from your subconscious. Consider starting a dream journal. Given the high psychic sensitivity of the day, it is also crucial to protect your energy. If you feel overwhelmed by the emotions of others, visualize a protective bubble of silvery blue light surrounding you. A digital detox, even for a few hours, can help quiet the external noise, allowing your inner voice to become clearer. This is not about escaping reality, but about reconnecting with the deeper reality that lies within. Ultimately, today is a journey home to yourself. The moon card does not present a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. You are being reminded that not everything needs to be brightly lit, dissected, and explained to be true. Your greatest strength has always been your ability to navigate by feeling, to trust the pull of an invisible tide. The cosmic energies are aligning to dissolve old emotional barriers and connect you to a universal well of wisdom and compassion. Embrace the uncertainty. Find comfort in the quiet. Trust that your heart knows the way, even when your mind cannot see the path ahead. This is the essence of faith, not in an external power, but in the profound intelligence of your own soul. So, as you move through the currents of this day, what is one recurring dream, feeling, or symbol from your past that has always held a quiet power over you, even if you never understood why? Take a moment not to analyze it, but to simply acknowledge its presence and thank it for its guidance. Share a word or an image that comes to mind in the comments below, and let us witness the beautiful mysteries together. As you navigate this inner landscape, allow the resonant energies of the numbers 7, 18, 22, 31, 40, and 56 to serve as subtle signposts along your way. The color of your day is indigo, the deep, velvety blue of the twilight sky just before the stars appear. This color represents the third eye, the seat of intuition and inner vision, reminding you that true sight comes not from the eyes, but from a place of deep inner knowing. Leo, today you are being guided by one of the most powerful and resonant archetypes in the entire tarot, strength. This card is not about brute force, flexing muscles, or the kind of performative power that demands applause. It is your soul's native language, a depiction of a serene figure gently and lovingly closing the mouth of a lion. This isn't an act of domination, but one of deep understanding, compassion, and inner harmony. The lion, your own magnificent symbol, represents your primal instincts, your passion, your creative fire, and even your ego. The figure represents your higher self, your conscious awareness. Today's energy is about integrating these two halves of yourself, not through conflict, but through a courageous and gentle embrace. This is the quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from mastering oneself, a power that doesn't need to roar to be felt. It is the very essence of soul force, a calm courage that can face any challenge with grace. This profound internal alchemy is mirrored and amplified by the celestial weather. The cosmos is conspiring to help you embody this very principle. A potent combination of Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and a retrograde Mars, the planet of action, are both currently traveling through your own sign. This is a fascinating paradox. Jupiter is urging you to be bigger, bolder, and more authentically you, amplifying your natural charisma and creative drive. Simultaneously, Mars in retrograde is pulling the reins, asking you to turn that fiery energy inward for a period of deep review. It's as if you are being given a magnificent engine, but are being asked to study the schematics before hitting the accelerator. This is the heart of the Strength Cards lesson. Your greatest power today will not come from pushing forward aggressively, but from pausing to understand your own motivations, desires, and the source of your drive. Adding a layer of emotional depth to this process is the moon residing in the intense and perceptive waters of Scorpio, forming a challenging square to your sun. This alignment may bring subconscious feelings to the surface, unearthing vulnerabilities or old insecurities you'd rather keep hidden. Do not see this as a disruption, see it as an opportunity. The Scorpio moon is revealing the very parts of your inner lion that need the most gentle attention. The radiant sun in fellow fire sign Sagittarius forms a supportive trine, giving you the optimism and philosophical perspective needed to see this inner work not as a chore, but as a grand adventure in self-discovery. In your professional and financial life, this energy asks for strategic patience over impulsive action. With Mars retrograde in your sign, this is a time for refinement, not for launching a major new offensive. Your strength in the workplace is demonstrated not by being the loudest voice in the room, but by being the most centered. Reevaluate projects, polish your skills, and strengthen your foundation. Think of it like a world-class performer, like Beyoncé, during a rehearsal period. The immense power is there, but it's being channeled into perfecting the craft behind the scenes before the main event. Financially, this is a call to consolidate and build security, guided by the practical influence of Venus in Capricorn. Your most powerful move is to tame any impulsive spending habits and channel your resources toward long-term goals. True financial strength is resilience, the ability to weather any storm because your foundations are solid. Resist the urge to make grand, risky gestures for a quick win. The real victory lies in quiet, consistent growth. When it comes to love and relationships, the lesson of strength becomes deeply intimate. For those of you in a partnership, the combination of the Scorpio moon and Venus in Capricorn encourages a new level of emotional honesty and vulnerability. Your strength as a partner is not in always being the cheerful, unshakable one, but in having the courage to show your softer side. It's about allowing your beloved to see the parts of you that are still figuring things out. This kind of authentic sharing builds a bond far more resilient than any performance of perfection. Allow compassion, both for yourself and your partner, to be your guide. For the single Leo, this is a potent time for self-love. The most magnetic person you can be is the one who has made peace with their own inner lion. Instead of seeking validation from others, turn that loving attention inward. What are your deepest passions, your wildest fears? Nurture them, understand them. The quiet confidence you cultivate will be infinitely more attractive than any fleeting display of bravado, drawing to you a connection that honors the whole, magnificent you. Your well-being today is intrinsically linked to this theme of gentle power. Your sign's tendency is to burn brightly, often pushing through exhaustion with sheer willpower. The Strength card and Mars retrograde implore you to listen to your body's subtle cues. True physical strength involves knowing when to rest and recuperate. Instead of a high-intensity workout that pushes your limits, consider practices that cultivate internal energy and resilience, like yoga, tai chi, or a long mindful walk in nature. This is about building your core vitality from the inside out. Mentally and emotionally, your task is to practice self-compassion. When the inner critic roars, don't roar back. Acknowledge its presence with the gentle calm of the figure on the card, thank it for trying to protect you, and then consciously choose a more loving thought. This is the psychological equivalent of taming the lion. It's a practice that builds immense inner fortitude. Ultimately, the message of the cosmos and the cards is one of integration. Your power isn't a weapon to be wielded. It is a current of life force to be guided with wisdom and love. You contain both the wild, passionate lion and the serene, conscious master. The point is not for one to conquer the other, but for them to walk together in a beautiful, dynamic harmony. This is the source of your unshakable charisma, your creative genius, and your capacity for great leadership. It is the quiet confidence of knowing your own heart in all its wildness and all its wisdom. This inner alignment is your greatest gift, a superpower that allows you to navigate the world not with force, but with a grace that can move mountains. Now, take a quiet moment to listen to the whispers beneath your own roar. What is one old fear or ingrained habit that you've been fighting against, and how could you approach it with gentle curiosity instead of forceful resistance today? Share your reflections below, and let's celebrate the quiet strength within us all. As you move through your day, allow the energies of your lucky numbers to serve as subtle reminders of this balanced power. 8, 15, 22, 34, 47, and 58. Your color for today is gold, a shade that symbolizes not just your royal nature, but the refined, pure essence of your spirit that shines brightest when you lead with both courage and compassion.